Today is the day where we're going to see what the damage is from my basement flooding. Yes, my basement flooded. I would say yesterday, but that's just when we found out that the basement flooded. I actually don't know when the basement flooded or how long it was flooded, which is terrifying. But we store all of our holiday decorations, some like memorabilia, all of my lipstick merch stuff. So I have not assessed the damage yet because I've been too scared. So we're gonna go do that together today. I'm going into the basement now. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys our basement. I'm scared. It was raining on and off for the last few weeks and we didn't check the basement because our basement's never flooded before. We've never had issues with this. We've had tons of rainstorms in the past. Nothing's ever happened. Anyway, yesterday I came down to the basement, or I tried to come down to the basement, and there's probably 5 or 6 inches of sitting water. So Eric got all the water out. He pumped it all out. But now I'm checking to see what got ruined. So let's go look. All of my Miranda lipsticks. Wow. Oh man, I was hoping, oh, this is really sad. I thought the lipsticks were stacked up, like see how over here they're stacked? I thought they were all stacked like that, so I thought only a couple boxes at the bottom would be ruined. But it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, why is this one on its side like that? What the heck? Oh my God, oh my God. Well, even the ones that aren't touching the water, I feel like I don't know how long the water was in here and if it's like mildewy in the air. It's not like, I don't know, I just feel like it's not safe to use those lipsticks anymore. But I do have a couple of boxes of lipstick in my garage that are like safely packed up. So I have some lipstick left, but like I used to obviously have a lot. Like there's a lot in those boxes. Okay, now we're gonna look in the next room where the Christmas decorations are. It stinks. Oh, it stinks really bad. That can't be good. Oh no, I'm scared. Okay. Luckily, most of my stuff is in. What's that sound? Okay. Luckily, most of my stuff is in these plastic bins, see? And it's stacked really high. So hopefully it will be okay. But there is my Christmas tree, my Taylor Swift Christmas tree is on the ground in a cardboard box. So I'm sure that that is disgusting now and covered in moldiness. Halloween, there's a Halloween box down here that I think might have holes in it, like cracks in it. So I'm gonna have to check on that. And that would have like all our Halloween decorations, old Halloween costumes, like old memories. Like, oof, I really hope that didn't get ruined. Let's see. Another Christmas tree on the ground. Okay. I'm just gonna have to go through all the boxes on the ground and make sure none of them have cracks in them and stuff. But it looks like the biggest casualty is all of my Miranda lipsticks. So rest in peace, Miranda lipsticks. What a bummer. It freaking stinks down here so freaking bad. Oh my God, it smells so freaking bad. It looks way better than I thought it would. Like Eric drained out all the water last night. I thought I would see more water damage or whatever on the actual wood. I don't see much. So maybe it wasn't down here very long. Maybe the water didn't leak too much. But you can see like the bottom of the boxes are all just completely corroded and nasty. Anyway, fun. But better than I thought it was going to be, so that's good. We have people coming today and tomorrow to look at it, and Eric grew up in a city with basements. I did not grow up where there are basements. I've never had a basement in my life until this house, and there's not a lot of California homes that I know of that have basements. I've never had a friend with a basement. Like, just basements aren't a thing here. No one has a basement, and even this one, this was not originally part of the house. Someone built it on because they wanted a wine cellar. So, and that's probably why we had issues in the first place, is because it's not even supposed to be here technically. Hopefully we'll get it all fixed. But rest in peace to my Miranda Sings lipsticks. There's no saving those. That looks like they're pretty much done for. Oh, that's so sad. What'd you find? No, you didn't!
That's orange.
Oh!
Rarest color, baby.
So I think I found an orange, but Eric's saying this is more brown. But look at, how did you just find?
I just saw it and I freaked out, man.
My gosh.
It's orange.
That looks like orange and yellow.
I know. Maybe it's our class.
My gosh.
The rarest color of them all.
Keep that down.
Yeah, yours is more orange than mine is more brown. I can't believe you just found orange. The rarest color? We decided to come to the beach and Eric just found a piece of orange sea glass, which is the rarest kind of sea glass you can find. Ooh, blue. I didn't film as much at the beach today as I usually do because I feel like the vlogs are all the same. It's like I go to the beach, I do a montage with little rocks. Like, I don't know. Maybe we need a break from that content. It's starting to rain. Oh my God. There's like a million stairs to climb and I'm already out of breath. This is not good. Okay, I will see you guys at home.
monkey.
All right, I'm home from the beach and I've been playing with the kids for a couple of hours and I didn't get a chance to look at the sea glass and the rocks that I got yet today, so I'm gonna go do that right now. I'm so happy that now Eric's into like sea glass and like going to the beach. It's so addicting. Obviously, you can tell it's so addicting. Just the fact that like every single video I post is just me talking about rocks, me going to the beach to get rocks. Like I'm so obsessed. It's really embarrassing, but like I don't really care. So anyway, I'm gonna rinse these off and we'll take a look at and see what I got. Okay, here's what I found. This is the green sea glass I found. Here's the brown sea glass I found. Here's the white sea glass I found, the blue sea glass and dark blue sea glass. And then don't be fooled by this little red piece. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It's not plastic, but I don't know what it is. It's not glass. Anyway, and then this is a piece of pottery. And then here's Eric's sea glass. Here's his brown sea glass and here's his green. He didn't clean it very well. And here's his blue, some pottery that he found, some light blue, some white. There's the orange piece, the beautiful orange piece. He also found a yellow piece and a pirate's glass, which is black piece. So he got a lot of good stuff. And here are my rocks. They're so beautiful. I got some good rocks today. They're very, very colorful. I found a lot of green rocks, which I usually don't find. A lot of jasper. But yeah, this is what I took home today. Okay, it's time for a tortilla talk. I'm not going to be editing much at the end of this vlog. It's just going to be chill, hang out, no editing. So if you're into that, hey girl, get ready for some boring content. And if you're not into that, goodbye. But I do know that yesterday I said I was going to show you what I got at Ulta, and I never did that. I haven't even opened this stuff up. Well, I opened up a couple things, but I haven't opened up most of it because I was waiting to show you. So everything I got is cheap because I've been super into cheap makeup lately because I feel like makeup is way too expensive and there's so many cheap dupes that I just like, I don't know, I'm super into just only buying really cheap makeup from now on. But e.l.f. obviously has great products, and so I got this e.l.f. camo color corrector stuff. I don't know if it's any good. I haven't looked at reviews or anything. I hear cracking knees. That means it's Eric. I knew I heard some cracking knees coming down the stairs.
Do you hear how much they pop?
Your knees are popping, snap, crackle, popping.
That's
Rice
my ankle.
Krispies is shaking. I heard it from up there. I heard crack-a-lackin'.
I'm not very sneaky. It's just all crack-a-lackin'.
Anyway, I'm gonna try out these little thingies. And then I also got that clicky lip gloss stuff. It's a Slick Click Fat Oil from NYX Cosmetics. Very satisfying click. And I was using one of these all day today. It's up in my room now, but I didn't try out these colors yet. I don't know if they're any good, but I love the feeling of these. I just don't like how much you have to click it for it to go up. I feel like I have to click it like 100 times in order to get enough so that it's not like scraping my mouth with the plastic. Anyway, I got this NYX Pro Fix Stick Correcting Concealer Stick. I've gotten this before. It's cheap and I like it and it's fine. So that works. I love these NYX Butter Glosses. I get these all the time too. And these are the shades I got. I don't know what colors they are, but I love a pinky nude, man. Oh, I got another brow pen from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one is actually expensive. This was my one splurge of the day because I actually do know that I like this and I use it on my eyebrows all the time. No Budge Precision Liner from e.l.f. And I have the hardest time finding an eyeliner that will actually stay on my eyes because I have what you might call wet eyes. My skin is very dry. My eyelids are very wet for some reason. And like if I do not wear waterproof mascara, waterproof eyeliner, waterproof anything around my eyes, it's gone. Like it drips down my face. It just pools underneath my eyes. Like if it is not waterproof, it comes off within seconds. So this was like very cheap. And so I wanted to try it. Wait a minute, it's white. Aww, how did I get white? Are you freaking joking? I thought I got black. Marshmallow. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, that's a bust. And then I got this little palette from e.l.f. It was so cheap. I'm sure it's just gonna like crumble and fall apart and not work at all. So anyway, those are the things that I got. And then I got a few things for my nanny. So there you go. But it's time for tortilla talk. Let's chat. This might be a long one because you guys asked so many questions and I loved them all so much. It was hard to pick. So I don't know how long this is going to be, but I have a feeling it's going to be a long one. Jenny said, I was looking for your Daisy May lipstick because I'm out of it and it's the best feel and color I have ever had in a lipstick. Can I get some somehow? No, you can't because it is rotting in my basement underwater. But even if it wasn't rotting, there's nowhere to buy it anymore. So you can't, but I could send you a good lipstick version of it if I could figure out a way to do that, but I don't even know how I would make that happen. But I do have like a couple of boxes of them in the garage still. But now that so many are ruined, I'm like, I don't know if I want to be giving those out because it's all I have left for the rest of my life. Okay, I love this question. RD0204 said, when you used to do quick changes in live shows from Miranda back to Colleen, how did you cover over the Miranda overdraw as fast as you did? I watched every live stream show and never saw any remnants of it. It always astounded me as to how it's physically possible to cover over red overdrawn lipstick in a 30-second or less quick change. What's the secret? Okay, I love this question because I don't think I've ever answered this before. Maybe I have, but I don't think that I have. And it's hard to find things that I've never talked about or never answered before when I have been online for as long as I have. When I first started doing Miranda shows, it was just Miranda. There was never a me in the performance. So then I started doing Defying Gravity as me in the shows. I would come out as me and I would hang out and sing and talk, whatever. And then I would sing Defying Gravity and transition from Defying Gravity from me into Miranda. And that was easy because you just put the ugly Miranda clothes on over my whatever clothes I was wearing and throw the lipstick on, put in the hair clips, and it's done. Turning into Miranda is very easy and takes about 30 seconds. But going from Miranda to Colleen was a huge challenge, and it was something I really wanted to figure out how to do. And I tried lots of different ways to make it happen over the years. I don't feel like I ever quite perfected how I wanted it to happen, but it is very tricky to do. So always be wearing my Colleen outfit, my Colleen dress, whatever, underneath the Miranda clothes. I'd get backstage, rip off all the Miranda clothes, and underneath would be mine, so I would adjust whatever the dress was, the Spanx, the whatever. There'd be someone there putting my shoes on for me. So I'd be like stepping into shoes, and usually it was boots, and zip them up. And that same person would then try to help me like make sure my dress or whatever was as it should be. And while that was happening, I was dealing with my face. So we had a tiny little table that had a light up mirror on it. And at that table was makeup remover wipes, foundation, concealer, powder, and whatever color lipstick I was going to wear, which was usually red. It was usually my Miranda lipstick red. Rest in peace. Sometimes I'd have blush there, but that was like, girl, we didn't have time for that. And once I got bangs, I actually had to start having a straightener back there too, because after having your hair parted like this for the whole show, like once I took the bobby pins out, it was just like so disgusting. Like it was like not a thing. So I had to get a straightener and like try to straighten out like this little middle section to make the bangs go down. It was chaos backstage. So I would rub the poo out of my lips and the lipstick, getting all the red off, and then I would just cake my entire mouth in Shape Tape concealer and blot that down, and then I would put Studio Fix foundation like powder stuff all over that, and then I would put the lipstick on, my regular lips on top of all the other stuff. But before the show, I also put on a ton of foundation and concealer underneath the Miranda lipstick so that there was kind of a layer between my skin and the Miranda lipstick. But I usually had like a minute and a half-ish to do this, so I got pretty good at it. I like kind of perfected it after a while, but it was always chaotic and it was always fun. And yeah, I just think that was a fun question because I've never answered it before, and I just wish I had footage of me backstage during those quick changes because they were crazy. Sophie said, Tortilla Talk question, can you tell us about your engagement ring, brand, size, type of stone, etc.? I just recently got engaged during my first time in Hawaii. I know you live there. I do, how fun. And now I love, and congratulations on getting engaged, girl, oh my God. Okay, and now I love learning about other people's engagement rings. I do have 2 engagement rings. One is, Eric proposed me with a diamond that was like a family heirloom that had been passed down, and so I'm so honored that it got passed down to me. And then we created an engagement ring together, like we designed it together, which I thought was so awesome. We were engaged, but all I had was a stone. Like it took a very long time to design it and then get it made. So I passed a ring shop and saw this ring, which is a pink sapphire on, it's really dirty right now, so I'm like even embarrassed to show it to you guys, honestly. Like, I feel like it's covered in grit. Oh my God, I need to get this cleaned. Wow, it's really dirty. Oh, yikes. It's my lovey, come in. Are you gonna hang out with me? I was talking about my engagement ring.
Oh, that's a long story.
I know, every story I tell is a long story. Oh, Eric's, whoa, mood lighting.
Ready for this?
Oh yeah, oh, did you find?
Are you kidding me?
Not only is she orange, but she's freaking toxic.
Uranium.
Eric's orange piece that he found today is uranium glass, it looks like. Whoa. Here. Whoa, look at that uranium.
Come
Our
on.
first orange piece, Lovey. Are you so excited?
Yeah, so excited.
That's so
What
awesome. I know, what a fun hobby, huh?
What a hobby.
Ah! Anyway, this is my ring. Not as cool as uranium red glass, but it's like a pinkish, It's like a really bright pink though. It almost looks purple, and I think it's just because it's really dirty. It's a pink sapphire with a bunch of little diamonds surrounding it, and then it's a gold, rose gold kind of band. I don't know. I never thought I'd have a gold ring. I never thought I'd have a colored ring, like a wedding ring. Like I never thought that would be me. But I saw this ring. I was pregnant with Flynn. We were engaged. I hated that we were engaged and I didn't have a ring on my finger. I just wanted everyone to know that like I was taken by the coolest man ever. And so I felt like I just really wanted something on my hand. And so when we saw this, we were just like, oh, that ring is so awesome. I just fell in love with it. And I never thought I'd want a ring like this. So it is covered in grit, you guys. Oh my God, I need to get this cleaned. Can't believe how dirty this is. This is filthy. And then my other ring we finally did get made, but the design that we did, I didn't think about how it would be very sharp, and it's very sharp. Like if you rub it against your clothes, it like snags on them and cuts, and I've been cut with it. So I actually feel like we need to get a new design made of it. Even though it's beautiful, it's like a little diamond triangle shape of diamonds around the stone. I think we need to get a new design so I can wear that one. I love this one. But the other one's so special, and it's one he proposed to me with. That's the one I want on my hand. I was trying to think of a way to combine this one with that one, but I don't know how. Anyway, Lilac Dreams Becca said, what is a weird scent that you love? For me, it's basements. I cannot explain why, but I love a good musty basement. You'd love mine right now, girl. It's super musty. I love the smells. What smells do I love? I love the smell of gasoline at a gas station. Like when I go to a gas station, if Eric gets out to pump the gas, like roll down the windows, open the doors, fan me. I need to smell it. I love the smell of gasoline. I don't know though. I mean, is that even weird? I feel like a lot of people like the smell of gasoline, or do they not? I actually don't know. Jessica Pukas 1226 said, have you ever tried tumbling broken glass? And I'm answering this because a lot of people ask me about this, because you can make tumbled glass, or like sea glass kind of, if you tumble it. You can throw glass into a tumbler, tumble it about, and it will turn into like soft, smooth, rounded glass. But I think one of the appeals of sea glass is the fact that it has been tumbled by the ocean for so many freaking years. Like it takes so long for glass to look like that. And I love sea glass, but my thing is rocks. Eric's thing is sea glass, and he loves the history behind it. He likes that he can pick up a piece of sea glass and go, what was this? Who did it belong to? Did this piece of pirate's glass actually belong to a pirate? Was this, piece of glass from like a handle to a jug? Was this a medicine bottle? Was this a bottle of wine from, 50 years ago that a couple shared together? Like what he likes the idea that there's like a mystery of history behind each piece of sea glass. And like that a lot of the sea glass that we find is very, very, very old. Like the reason orange and red and pink sea glass is so like prized by people who look for sea glass is because most of the time those colors of sea glass, they are from, very, very long time ago. Like the pink sea glass that we've found, I'm pretty sure is called Depression glass because it's from the time of the Great Depression. And that's what the majority of pink sea glass comes from, is what I've read. So it's very likely that that piece of pink sea glass that we found is from the time of the Great Depression, like in the 20s and whatnot. And just the idea that there's history and a story behind each piece of glass, and knowing that it's so old and the ocean tumbled it and where was it? And he loves that. He loves the history behind like the storytelling of the person behind it. Whereas I love a similar thing about rocks. I love the way they look, and I like just learning about rocks and the science behind rocks. But to me, I'm like, this agate is millions of years old. This rock that I am holding was on this earth the same time as dinosaurs. Like I like that kind of history, like the history of the science of the rocks and how long it took for these rocks to form, and the fact that people don't care about rocks and step on them, but to me it's like a treasure. And there's a history and a story behind rocks as well as there's with sea glass, but sea glass is like personal stories because it probably belonged to a human, and what's that person's story, whereas I'm like, where was this rock on the earth, and how old is it, and how can I make this ugly like rock that most people would walk on, how can I make it beautiful? I'm going to take it home and polish it and take care of it. And it's something that's, anyway, I could talk about this for way too long. I'm moving on. But I didn't answer your question. So that's why I don't tumble glass. I think I will probably try to tumble glass just to like see what it looks like, but it's not going to feel as special. To me, it would be the same as tumbling like a rock that I bought on Amazon and get it shipped to me from who knows where, and then I tumbled it. It wouldn't feel as special to me. There's something about going to the beach when I'm feeling stressed and needing like my own version of nature's therapy, being out on the beach and finding a stone. Like, I can remember most of my rocks. I can remember where I was, what beach I was at, and what I was going through at the time when I found that rock. And so there's like a history and a story behind the rocks for me personally. And so that's what it feels like to like tumble sea glass to me, is like, well, it loses a big appeal of it for Eric is like the history of the story of the person who had it first, you know? So if I were to just throw a bottle in the tumbler, it would just be glass that I broke and then made it smooth. It wouldn't have the history behind it. Does that make sense? Anyway, Alani here said, random thought, I'm no expert on flooding or houses or literally anything, same, but I know there are water sensors that you can put down there and then it will alert you if it starts flooding. So a lot of you actually said that, and thank you so much for the suggestion. I didn't know that existed and I have never heard of that, and so that's really wonderful advice. I really appreciate it. A lot of you guys gave me great advice on basements flooding, because that happens in a lot of places and it just doesn't happen in California because we don't have basements. So thank you so much for all the suggestions. It's very sweet. Caitlin Castle said, OMG, where did you get the twins raincoat onesies? My sister just had a kid and I'd love to buy her one for when the baby gets older. I got them on Amazon and I don't remember the exact place on Amazon. I just remember searching like rain suits, water suits for toddlers, and just searched them all until I found ones that I liked. Monica said, Tortilla Talk question, congratulations on the Todrick musical. Can you tell us more about that? Todrick recently made this huge announcement of these musicals that he wrote and recorded the songs to, and he got the most incredible, talented cast of people for all his albums for it, and to record all the songs. And for some reason, he is just the sweetest, and he asked me to sing a song on one of his musicals. This was a very long time ago, though. I don't remember how long, but it was years ago that he asked me to record that, like to the point when he told me that he was going to like release the songs and share the songs that, and said that I was in one. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you remember that song you recorded? And I was like, huh? And he's like, did I never show you that song? I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't even remember it. That's how long ago it was. I'm making it sound like it was 30 years ago. It wasn't. It was probably like 5 or something. But it was just like randomly one day he was like, come record this song. And I was so grateful and honored that he asked me to be a part of it. So we sang, I think it's a duet. We sang a little duet together. And I don't even think that I've heard the whole song. I think he's shown me a part of it, but I've never, so I'm excited for it to come out because I want to hear it. But I'm just very grateful that he ever wanted to work with me, and he's just the sweetest friend and he's a really good person, and I really, really appreciate and love him. And I'm excited to hear all the other incredible talent on the albums, because he got the most outrageous cast of people. Like, I can't believe I'm even on it at all. This is the last one I'm gonna answer because this is getting really long, but how long is this actually? Oh my God, okay, I need to wrap it up. Okay, your mother is loved, said Tortilla Talk question. From my perspective, it seems like you've been doing a lot better, which I'm so glad. I'm glad I seem that way. I've been wondering about how you've gone about expressing emotions like sadness in front of your children, and how you explained the process of feeling heavy emotions and how they reacted to it. I love watching you and your family every day. Thank you. That's very sweet. Daisy, of course, needs to come be a part of the conversation, as always. Yes, I have expressed sadness in front of my kids. They have seen me cry. And I never want my children to feel sad or worried or stressed about me. It's my job to be worried and stressed and take care of my children, but it is not their job to take care of me and to make sure that I am okay. And I never want them to feel that burden, like they are supposed to make sure I am okay. As a mom, I want them to like understand taking care of others in general and caring for others in general and being aware of other people's emotions and feelings. But as their mom, I just don't want them to feel like the weight or responsibility of making sure that I'm okay, if that makes any sense. So yes, I have cried in front of them, and I've explained to them when I've cried in front of them, I'm feeling sad, and I ask them, how does that make you feel? What are you thinking right now? Why do you think I'm sad? I ask them questions to see how they're thinking and feeling about it, to make sure they're okay. And then I'll explain, oh, mommy's feeling sad. And I put it in terms they understand when they've seen me cry. Like if someone I love is really sick, I'm not going to tell my kids the details of that. Like I would tell Flynn, someone that I love a lot is not feeling very good, and I love them so much, I'm worried because I want them to feel all better, something like that. Or sometimes I just keep it really simple, like I'm just feeling really sad today. I'm just not feeling happy. I'm feeling sad. Do you ever feel that way? I usually follow it up with, do you ever feel that way? Has that ever happened to you? And I say it in terms that I'm talking about Flynn because I don't really talk like this to the twins yet, but Flynn, I'll ask him, have you ever felt that way? Has something like that ever happened to you, to see like how he feels so that he can understand like relating to an emotion that someone else is having. Maisie and Wesley, you know, they're a little too young to understand any of that. So if they see me cry, Maisie's very intuitive and very sensitive, and she will immediately come over, hug, kisses. She's just, what's wrong, Mama? What's wrong? Or what's wrong, Wesley? What's wrong? What's wrong? But like, she's like, if anyone's upset, she's like the first one there to be like, what's wrong? And give you kisses and hugs and like make sure you're okay. Wesley doesn't even really notice that yet. I mean, he kind of does, but like, he's starting to ask what's wrong and are you okay? He's starting to do that with like Maisie and with Flynn. But yeah, they're a little too young. But I do find myself like filtering those emotions away from my kids because I don't want to burden them, like I said, with like all of that heaviness. I think it's important for them to see me cry. Sometimes if that happens, it happens and I can explain it and use it as a teachable moment. But like I do try to keep that really heavy stuff and heavy emotions, you know, for Eric or for the vlog or for therapy and not for my children. When I was thinking about it, I realized like it's interesting. Sadness seems to be the one emotion that like, I don't know if it's the same for everybody out there, but like for me that I do tend to, I feel like guard a little bit more from my children because I do think it's like easier to, you know, not hide frustration or fear or excitement, happiness. Like those, I freely express those with my kids. They've seen me get super frustrated and they've seen me be super excited and they've seen me be super worried and super stressed. But sadness is something that I do feel like I shield from them often. And that's interesting to me because those are all emotions and those are all feelings. And you asking that question made me just like evaluate myself and how I express myself in front of my kids. And I was like, oh, am I guarding like a huge part of myself? Oh my God. Is that pizza? Please come in. Eric brought me pizza. Do you want to stay? Oh my gosh, even that pineapple on it?
Yeah, I churched it up with
Thanks, lovey.
pineapple and red pepper. I don't know.
You're the best. Thank you.
Just try to make it more of a meal.
Love you. Gonna go look at your sea glass?
That's all I'm doing. I'm doing cool stuff.
That is cool stuff. That's the coolest thing you could be doing. What's cooler than sea glass? Pizza. Anyway, thank you for that question because it made me go like, why am I trying to protect my kids from my sad feelings or my tears more than any other emotion? That's interesting. Like, shouldn't they? I don't know. And I think it's just because like I said, I don't want them to worry about me or feel like they have any responsibility to like take care of me or make sure that I'm okay. I don't want them to feel that burden or weight. But in doing that, am I making it harder for them to feel like they can express their tears? Because I do say to them all the time, it's okay to cry. Tell me about your feelings. Why are you feeling sad? And we talk about their feelings when they cry. But I feel like kids learn the most from observing and watching the people they love the most and how they are and how they interact and what they do in life. And so I'm like, oh no, am I not showing them my sadness enough so that they understand that it is okay to cry? It's not just me saying it's okay to cry. They're seeing that it's okay to cry with their mommy. Like they see that it's okay. I'm not saying that I should be crying in front of my kids every day. I'm just saying like, is it something that I'm purposefully like trying really hard for them to not see? And is that always the right move? I don't know. This is why parenting is so terrifying, is because you have no idea what is right and what is wrong. And it's all because it's different for every kid too. How I teach Flynn and how I help Flynn is different than how I teach Maisie and help Maisie and how I teach Wesley and you know, help him. So I don't know. It's very hard to figure out the balance of what is the right thing to do, what's going to help them the most, what's going to help guide them and shape them into the best possible strong versions of themselves that they can be. And I know that I'm making mistakes and I will continue to do so, but I'm going to try my hardest every day to do the right thing. So thank you for that question, because it made me like just, I don't know, reevaluate how I express myself around my kids and how sadness, I do think, is the one emotion that like I don't express very often around my children. And I don't really express anger around my kids either, but I don't get angry very often. So I don't know that that's something I would need to shield from them or whatever. But like sadness is weird. I'm so open to feeling it and expressing it in front of millions of people online, but like to my kids I'm like, oh, I should protect them from this. And it just made me go like, oh, why am I doing that? I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about. I'm not saying I have any answers or I understand what I want to do about that or how I feel about that. I'm just talking. It's just a conversation, I guess, of something that now I'm like thinking about. But I'm gonna go because I have a feeling this vlog is like 8 hours long now, and I'm gonna eat my pizza and I'm gonna edit, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye everyone.